So you turn on the TV excited to watch Olympic curling. But after a while you say, wait a minute, this curling looks different. That's because it is, kind of. It's mixed doubles curling, introduced at the Olympic Games in 2018. It's a little complicated, but we can explain. We're USA Curling, and we're here to help. The scoring in mixed doubles is the same as traditional curling. When an end is finished, teams want to have their stones closer to the center of the house or rings than their opponent. Players deliver the stone just like they would in four-person curling. There's sweeping, and there's still plenty of yelling. First, teams have two players instead of four, one female athlete and one male athlete, which shouldn't be hard to remember since it's called mixed doubles. Each end starts with two stones already positioned in play. The team with last rock, that's the hammer, has one of their stones placed at the back of the 4-foot ring in the house, while the team without last rock has a stone placed in front of the house on the center line. No stone in play, including the stones placed in position at the start of the end, can be removed from play prior to the delivery of the fourth stone of an end. Impress your friends by saying, yeah, you can't make a takeout until the fourth delivered rock of the end. Every end starts with the same setup, except when the team with last rock elects to use their power play. When they do, one stone is positioned in the rings, and the other stone is placed in front of the house to the side of the center line, a corner guard. When you see it, sound like a pro by announcing, look at that! There's a corner guard, so the team with hammer must be using their power play. Instead of 8, teams throw 5 rocks each end in mixed doubles. One player delivers the first and fifth rocks of the end, and the other player throws the second, third, and fourth stones of each end. Teams are allowed to switch this up throughout a game, but you'll see most stick with the same order. The teammate not throwing will either stand in the house holding a brush for a target, like in traditional curling, or start beside the thrower during the delivery of the stone. Most often, that's what you'll see, the brusher at the same end as the thrower, ready to sweep. Throwers can also jump up and sweep the stone they just delivered. In the four-person version of curling at the Olympics, games are 10 ends, but mixed doubles contests are 8 ends. An entire game takes less time to complete, fewer delivered stones each end, and fewer ends overall. You could call the pace of play brisk. There are lots of rocks in play in mixed doubles and usually lots of scoring. When a team is behind, say, they may be down, but it's hard to protect a lead in mixed doubles. Then when a team comes back and scores a lot of points in one end, you're the pro in the room. The athletes at the Olympic Games have spent years training for this moment, and pros know that winning at curling's highest levels is really hard. They also know that curling of any kind is a ton of fun. So go to find a curling club near me at usacurling.org and discover a place to play in your area. You might not make the next Olympics, but you'll probably become sort of obsessed with the sport once you try it. Sign up for a Learn to Curl. Get out on the ice and try sliding and yelling at your friends and trying to make the shots you saw on TV. Before long, you'll be watching curling like a pro and playing it sort of like one. The temperature is dropping tonight here in Wisconsin, but the competition is heating up. From Bob Suter's Capital Ice Arena, it's day 1, draw 4 of the 2022 USA Curling Mixed Doubles National Championship. I'm Dean Gemmel, joined by two-time junior national champion Madison Bear as Jenna Bercheski and Ben Richardson take on Taylor Anderson and Hunter Clausen in a game that features young players with impressive resumes. And Madison, what kind of game do you expect to see tonight?
Thanks, Dean. I think we're going to have a battle out there tonight. Both of these teams are just so talented, and I think we'll see a lot of rocks in play, and this is mixed doubles. Who knows what's going to happen? So
you know these players well, particularly Jenna Bercheski, I guess, correct?
I do, yes. I've played with all 4 of them at some point in my career, so I'm excited to watch them all out there.
So rank them as players 1 through 4.
Oh, boy. Well.
No, I'm not going to ask you to do that. But I'm looking forward to this game. I think we come to the evening, we're going to start we have a triple knockout format here at the Mixed Doubles Nationals this year. I love triple knockout formats. But as we progress, we'll start to see the cream rise to the top. This is a big one for both games.
You can throw me similar weight to your draw.
The thing I love about triple knockouts is every game matters.
Yeah, 14-5 even.
This is Jenna Bercheski. She'll get things underway here.
And I think this is their first game to start, right? And we've seen Hunter and Taylor earlier today, but we will get started here.
Jenna Bercheski with the intern.
T-line.
Mixed doubles, for people who aren't as familiar with the format, 2 players instead of 4, 5 throwing rocks per team. 2 rocks are placed in position before the end gets underway. The team with last rock has a rock placed at the back of the forefoot. The team without last rock has a centerline guard.
Okay, that's fine.
This opening shot is often considered awfully important, maybe because it is, Madison?
It definitely is, and it looks like she had great draw weight there. It just overcurled just a little bit.
This is Taylor Anderson. She plays on Team Corey Christensen along with her sister Sarah Anderson and Vicky Persinger. We'll see Taylor representing the United States at the World Championship in Prince George, British Columbia, the Women's Worlds. This rock has some curling to do. Now they like the line.
That's a really nice shot right there.
So good opener for Taylor Anderson.
Like the out turn.
I'd come either way.
Intern.
Like it.
Okay.
So we did notice earlier today we were on sheet D, but the ice, Madison, has got a lot of movement, and I think the amount of curl increased as the game went on.
We are so lucky to have Sean Olsen as our head ice maker, aren't we?
He does. He does an excellent job.
He's got an amazing team behind him as well.
No matter what venue he has to work with.
Mine's good. Where is it?
Richardson.
We're top 4, top
Mine's
8.
good.
Bercheski, I think it needs some work. Ben's going to step in now to try to carry it as far as he can.
He's really dragging that rock.
Okay.
Settles into the top of the forefoot.
Freeze tap.
Yeah, just like T.
Yeah.
That much?
Taylor Anderson, broom outside the 12-foot. Hunter Clausen questioning it for a moment. But I think she's right.
Okay. Heavy.
Rock has some
Back eight
slowing
right
down to do and some curling to do.
It is a little heavy there. It just won't catch the break quite yet.
So it looks like Taylor will do something you've done in the past with when you played with Anderson Bear, Madison, where she's going to hold the broom pretty much
on
in
which
the
one?
rings
Ours?
in the typical
Ours.
skip position,
Do you agree?
and Hunter's going to sweep his own rocks.
On the red?
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. It makes my job a little bit easier.
Honestly, looking
I
at
never
it, I
argue
think
with
I
it.
like that.
Fine with that?
See teams some teams stick with that sort of format, others mix it up a bit.
What do you like?
Yeah, you saw our team, Vicky
I think
and
I'm
Chris
still
12. And Vicky is such a great sweeper that
Seems
was
like
a
it's
huge
running
part
a
of her
hair
role
straighter,
in the
but I'm still
Olympics,
gonna-
and they've had a lot of success doing it the other way as well.
Yeah, straight freeze is okay.
Jenna Brzeski, she
I'm gonna give this to
typically
you.
starts as the brusher next to her teammate Ben. Ben
Not much
Richardson
add.
We're top 4.
won
Okay, line's good.
4 junior national
Stay
championships
close.
with
Top
Luke Violet.
8.
Yep.
I believe so.
And played
I got it.
on the U25 team with
Hard,
Luke
hard.
this past season. He jumps in to finish it.
Hard line.
See if this one has the gas to get there.
Also settles in the front of the house. Still
Yeah, I
not,
don't love leaving this.
not bad.
Yeah. What do you like? The same thing?
I like freezing on the yellow. Yeah.
Not sure they're entirely on the same page, but I guess they are now. Hunter was talking about freezing on the
Same
yellow.
line, same broom, same broom.
Seems tough, but he's going to freeze on his own red. No turn draw, trying to freeze on his red stone that's touching the button.
He had thrown this shot already. It was a little heavy on it, so hopefully he has a better read on the second one here.
Read's good. Little tap.
All the way,
It
curl.
is really moving
Just
there at
do
the
it.
end.
Taylor Anderson calling for sweeping to carve it over. It looks like it's going to carve over and actually rubs the yellow one. Slightly overcooked it.
Does it make the double? Probably a triple. I'm thinking like 8-5.
Dean, do you think that triple's there?
I think it's there. The double's clearly there. I think the
Yep.
triple is probably there as well. So,
Might touch it, yep.
I mean, just rubbing that yellow, they just rubbed. They needed to get that by, and then they're.
Can I get a little
Chesky
more?
Richardson can make a triple here in live 4. Like a
Touch.
lot of teams, Jenna will hold the broom on upweight shots. A lot of players like the target when they're throwing more weight. Ben Richardson, big shot early.
Whoa. Yep.
Jumps up to
Looks
cover it.
close.
Whoa.
They're off of it now.
Trying to get as close to nose as he can.
Okay.
Just misses the triple.
Great throw, though.
I do believe yellow's shot rock at the back. So Hunter Clausen will try the same shot he just did without rubbing off the high yellow this time.
About the same.
Clausen grew up curling in Potomac, Maryland, or in Laurel, Maryland at the Potomac Curling Club.
Weight's good.
Needs to finish it a little bit here. This one's hanging out more than the last. Now it's starting to walk over.
Nice line, Cole.
I think that's still a pretty good spot for it.
Now the question, I guess, Madison, is can you get to the inside of that?
You're really pretty much
You know,
just
with the way it's curling right now, I think you can, but it might be very
Or-
late.
I like that.
Yeah, I think it
just
is
a little bit
possible
more
to get
line than you
inside
took
and
on
be
your
shot.
first.
What do you like for
For weight?
broom?
I'm thinking like middle of 12.
So if someone was holding a broom, they'd be in the middle of the 12-foot with it. They're going to
Like
play
to go
this
for weight.
turn
Okay.
tap.
Got a curl.
I do like this call a little bit. She's got a little bit more room for error, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Better call than the one I was looking at for a moment there.
Straight, straight. Hard.
She have enough weight to
Close.
move it.
Really hard, Ben. Go,
I think
go,
it's
go.
close.
And that's a
Good.
great throw.
She will move it and be shot, I think, just.
I think we're just shooting 1 for 1, Tay, right here.
Just for
Yeah, I don't think you can get that yellow over the top reasonably. No.
Do you think that double jams there?
You know the spot.
That's what they're looking at. I think they've elected to just draw for one, try to get enough of the button to score one.
So your initial shot here, kind
Yeah.
of.
The initial shot I looked at, now they're going to have to make. Brzeski moved her Yellowstone just far enough. So Brzeski Richardson lying one. Taylor Anderson with the last shot of the first end, trying to draw for one.
Got there.
Line's good.
Back 4.
All right, let it.
Back four is a little strong.
Yeah, it's
And
definitely got some working to do on this one.
Has some curling to do.
Can we hit the outside?
They need that late finish. He's talking about maybe chiseling their own red a little bit closer, which could work.
One red.
Ooh,
And it does.
Great shot.
great plan B on that right to change that right away.
Might have been the easier call from the get-go, actually.
It might have been.
So we'll finish the first end here. That will be one for Anderson Clausen. They'll take a 1-0 lead into the first end. We'll be right back.
To the next Danielle Umstead, try everything. When I finally found skiing, those first turns changed my life.
To the next Isaac Jean-Paul, accept who you are. I kind of ran away from having a disability. I use sports as an opportunity to show the world my story because it's more than a sport. It taught me how to love myself.
Toyota, proudly supporting the Paralympians of today and tomorrow.
We're back here for the start of the second end. Dean Gemmel alongside Madison Bear, Taylor Anderson and Hunter Clausen taking on Jenna Brzeski and Ben Richardson. Taylor Anderson making a nice shot. Bit of an audible, but a shot to score one in the first end. Fairly well played end. So Madison, you've played with all these players, you said, at some point.
At some point, I have played with every single one of them. Had a great time doing it, too.
4.
Okay.
You can give it to me. Top 8's fine.
Jenna Brzeski actually works for USA Curling now.
I like the weight.
Small app.
Top
Does a
4.
great job as the member services manager.
Top 4. Wait.
It's running a little bit on him here, but
Yeah, wait
might
there.
grind.
Looks like it has some slowing to do. Ben's trying to work it over a bit. It will bounce off.
Okay.
Not the best result, not the one they were looking for. So valuable to be
Freeze into the
fraction
yellow or
short
the-
on those versus
We playing the draw or
deep,
the
isn't
freeze?
it, Madison?
It is, yes. And then making sure you get that line down. It's just such a precise shot to start the end with.
Clausen, his first in this second end.
Weight's pretty close.
Likes the weight.
We're just drawing.
It's looking really close.
He gets it there. I think it will be. That's a fine shot.
That works, right?
This corner freeze it.
Hunter also coached by Taylor Anderson's father, Wayne Anderson, who's
So I
coached a
think
lot
Wayne's
of
plenty
junior
here.
curlers on the East Coast. Was Wayne ever your coach in anything, Madison?
He was, yes. He worked with us for a couple
Building
seasons
all
there.
good.
One of his famous
I like
drills
Middleton.
was having us close
Yeah.
our eyes while we threw a rock, and let me tell you, it
Mine
was
ran a bit just 'cause
never
I
easy.
That's good.
throw yours, but I like it.
I close my eyes after I release it sometimes. When
that
it's
seem to help?
ugly. No, just when it's ugly and I don't want to look at it. Ben Richardson.
Okay.
T-line.
Stay close for line. Good.
T-line.
Go ahead. Line's good. Line's good.
Top 4.
Line's good.
Chesky thinks it's top
Girl,
4.
now.
Now off it a bit. Might be a little more than
T-line.
that. T-line.
All right,
We're
just
running.
Yeah, it's running a bit more, just like their first one did as well.
whoa. Whoa.
Needs to carve in a little bit.
Sorry, bad weight, Judge. Good throw.
Will be shot rock. Scores across the other sheets. Jamie Sinclair and Rich Ruinen, they're playing here on sheet D.
No, I like the same broom.
Sinclair Ruinen scored 1 in the first end. They're up 1-0 on Rebecca
Little left.
Wood and Chris Bond. Geving Violet up 1-0 on O'Hara Thurston. The Hamiltons, they're across the way on sheet A. They're up 3-0 on Rebecca Rogers and Sam Strauss. And Anderson Dropkin up 2-0 on Podal Perry. Got a big crowd in here tonight supporting the Hamiltons, Madison locals.
Gotta go. For a guard.
Meanwhile, Hunter Clausen's come up light here.
I think light's definitely the pro side on this shot, though. You don't want to be too heavy.
Yeah. Yes, he's resigned to leaving that as a guard.
Go here, because if we leave it here, that's okay.
Okay.
Just like half around the one he just threw.
And Ben's going
I
to
think
treat
I like
that.
that. Just give us
I don't
something to
mind it.
use.
Yeah.
It's in the fully in the 12-foot, but he sees it as a guard to wrap around.
Ed, one more.
I like Coach, yeah.
Yeah. Too much slower out here.
I don't think so, but you are getting a hair out there. I expect you can throw the
I'm
same.
a little surprised to see him drawing around this one.
Sounds good.
Well, he thinks even if it's half open, it's still in a good spot for him.
This feels pretty close.
Okay. Line's good.
They like the line. They think the weight's
Make sure we're-
close.
Go.
Okay, go ahead then. Here, I got it. We got to go for a line too.
Go ahead. Hard line.
It might be a little
Hard
light.
line.
Trying to
you're
get it by.
Hard.
The line and weight. Can you wrap it a little bit? Well, it's usable there. And we'll see what Hunter and
Red tap.
Taylor
or-
Anderson think.
I was thinking the red onto it.
I love that.
I don't either.
We could turn this yellow on.
Just if you just rub it, you can get it. I don't mind. You like the intern tap?
I was kind of wondering when he might bring up that intern side, see if we see a little bit more play brought to
Do we
that side at all.
guard the yellow?
Doesn't have to move it far to be shot, even though it's overburied.
He can keep a good angle on his red rock. There might be a really good spot for it.
Not entirely sure what they settled on here.
A little more.
Might just be guarding.
I don't mind the guard on this call. I think they don't have much going for him on this out turn
Two.
side for Benna and Jen.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh, Ben and Jenna.
Don't worry, I'll mix up some names all week. So the guard goes up just past the Toyota. Looks like Ben Richardson is going to try to draw with the intern. One thing I always like when I watch Ben Richardson Madison, he throws the big weight easily, and I think used correctly in mixed doubles, that can be a real advantage.
Yeah, I've had the
No,
pleasure of
I always
playing
want
against
you
him
fit.
quite a few times, and
And I think the sides
we never count on him to miss a big run or a double peel, anything like that. He's definitely going to make it.
Ben is a cello player, probably the best cello player in elite level
close.
curling.
Okay, looks good.
Okay.
Got some, but I think it should be close.
Coming back 4.
Okay, well then,
Okay. T-line.
stay close.
We're coming down.
Got to finish it if you can.
Weight's coming
Hard.
off.
You got it. I got it now.
Go ahead.
They do quite an exchange, Bercheski Richardson. Now, can they get it by? Can Ben Richardson get this rock by? It looks like he's going to leave it just short. Now, is that a rock
with like control.
I don't love that.
Yeah.
They have hammer.
No, I know. It's a little it's a little dangerous. I think the other thing is just like
You could just
we
guard.
could nose it with like board, and then if we just rub it or we guard, I think. Okay, I like the guard. Lots of ice, huh, Tay?
So it looks like they did decide on maybe the guard here.
Yeah, they've settled on the guard after considering either a tap on their yellow-red tap.
Yeah, I do see that Taylor's
Like putting it on
fear
that,
would be maybe
Toyota logo.
bumping that
Just
red
that
out a
little
little bit, or it definitely could be risky in different ways.
You could, yeah.
Yeah, I
Cutting
mean,
up a
I think
double.
if you ever
It's a little bit of a
overthrew it, of
guess, but
course,
I
even though
think
you might end up
You threw those two
tapping
draws
it
to
in
the
a
wing
place
that
where
way,
they
I
would
think
have
about it.
something for 5.
Yeah, it's like
But
middle.
unlikely.
Yeah.
I think it would go on to the
like
yellow,
that.
though. I don't think it's a particularly difficult shot, to be honest, but
A little soft there.
playing the guard down this fresh path, which we see in mixed doubles. Hasn't been anything down the middle here, of course.
Close.
A lot of play from the wings. Hunter has to work pretty hard to get this one over.
Curl, 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 curl. Curl, 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 curl,
And
curl.
wants to make it curl a bit.
Okay.
Now, what's left for Jenna Bercheski?
Are we seeing a
8-5.
run or a little tap here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
want the
a
broom
red,
up here?
yellow, red.
Red, yellow, red.
I think he said this would be a big one. I think if you made this perfectly, it's for 4, isn't it?
I believe
Or
so.
5?
Out it.
Jenna Bercheski playing a tough shot with her last.
Hard. Hard. Hard.
Ben wants some
Hard.
sweeping, but
Hard.
he's not going to get it.
Hit it. Come on. Oh.
Oh, it was close,
throw.
too.
Very
A good
good.
attempt by Jenna Bercheski, but it will be a score of just 1 for Bercheski. Richardson will head to the third end with the score knotted up 1-1. So we're headed here into the third end of a 1-1 game. Well played so far. Not every shot made, of course. Mixed doubles is tough to make every shot, but some
like
good
the weight.
ones.
Okay. Line pull hair tight if anything.
Both teams with opportunities so far.
Line's good.
Weight's good. Weight's good.
Bercheski's
Gotta go.
first.
Straight. Straight. Always straight. Hard, hard, hard.
Another one that
You're
might be
curling,
over
hard, hard,
curling, but lighter, so better.
Okay.
Still a very usable rock in that position.
Corner freeze to it.
Yeah.
Or like,
More than middle
Both
eight.
teams struggling a little bit with the amount of curl, I think, so
I
far,
think that's
Madison.
all pretty good.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how far they're taking the broom, but still over curling on them quite a few times.
Certainly with mixed doubles, we like to see ice with lots of curl. With all curling, we like lots of curl, but especially in mixed doubles.
Yeah, the ice is just looking absolutely fantastic.
Gotta go.
Okay, wait only.
Clausen on this one for weight. Taylor Anderson's going to jump up and help. Looks like they're going to over curl and end up on the yellow stone.
Looks really good.
So, rocks over curling. Weight close.
What do you think for me?
For ice,
Yeah.
I like 12.
Edge of 12.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just took a dive too.
Bercheski Richardson indicating edge of 12 is where they're aiming. That's where the broom would be at if someone was holding it at the far end. Richardson, originally from the Seattle area.
Okay. Line's out there right now.
All right.
Wait for it to curl.
Okay.
It's got to curl. It's got to curl.
Want to go?
Always curl. Take a look. It's not curling yet. Go if you can. Still got to curl. Yep. Yep. Go now. Hard. Hard.
Now,
Hard.
can Jenna
Hard
carve
right
it
to
across?
Whoa, 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 whoa. No bounce. No bounce.
A little too strong.
Just a little too heavy on that one. Slips just behind that red one in the
button.
house.
Yeah.
Opportunity
What do you like?
Clausen here.
Yeah, I think top 4 is probably better. Half open.
Hunter Clausen with this in-turn draw.
Still.
Close tee.
Just touching the button would probably be great.
He was signaling that was just a little heavy, but
It's heavy and it's not curling. Those two things usually go together. Richardson's going to take this out.
we've seen both teams just get a little caught up on that in-turn
Same
draw
thing.
there.
Yeah, so some missed opportunities here in this end. We'll see if Ben Richardson can close things down with this shot. If he does, I think
Hair less ice.
it might be time for Hunter Clausen to entertain a run back.
Yeah, we could definitely be seeing an upweight shot after this if this is made very
Partly
nicely.
just because I'd like to see one at this juncture.
We haven't had too many this game yet.
No.
Very rare for mixed doubles.
Got a bit left.
That was a little light.
Top 8.
Go then. Yep.
Richardson has light out of
Gotta
his
be there.
hand. He's going
Here,
to
I got
slide
it.
in. Really have a substitution
hard.
operation working on the
Straight,
brushing.
always straight.
They
hard.
do, they do.
Hard, hard, hard.
Works pretty well for them.
Hard, hard, hard. Get right
This
by.
could
Hard.
be really good.
Little bounce.
Bounces.
Okay.
Just not quite enough.
What? There.
Still not a terrible result, though.
Be good.
Although I do think they have all of their red on this
So
left
thin. I
side
don't
there.
hate running this. Because opening up that red,
maybe
we
not
hit that
quite.
red, and it's pretty
Here
good.
when
It's tough
Hunter
for them to
says
get
he's
those.
looking
They
at
have to
this
tap
run
into the
back.
pocket and try to get it onto our red. You like that?
Yeah, what turn? Like,
I think the end.
So this is Clausen's second shot. He throws 2, 3, 4. This is often the shot when teams have to decide if they're going to play a shot like this, rearrange the rings, or keep trying to draw into the center scoring area. Because the next shot is usually too late. Run back, he's watching this. Going to, it's close.
that's fine.
Okay.
Good throw.
They rearranged it.
Shot.
Not the worst result, Madison.
No, it's actually a pretty good throw.
They
It
could
gives
just-
them a couple chances
Here, well-
to set something up still or make sure
And
they're
that-
able to score.
I think edge of 4, edge of 12.
Yeah.
4, edge of 12. And maybe it's like 1 foot more than just there.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, if we're to the right, that's good.
Yeah,
If we over curl a little bit, that's fine.
I like it.
Ben's talking about his
Just a
pro
touch more
sides
weight.
here, knowing he can be a little heavier if he needs to.
Ben Richardson with his last shot of this third end. His teammate Jenna Brzeski will have one as well.
I felt like a little more.
Okay, it feels similar.
Okay, line's good. It's all you. You can curl it. Take a look. It hasn't curled yet. Line's good now. Line's good.
Running a little bit.
Do we have to go?
Now Richardson jumps
Hard,
in.
hard, hard. Hard, Ben, hard.
Can he wrap
All
it?
the way, hard, hard, hard. All the way, all
Trying
the
to
way, go,
wrap
go, go,
that
go,
around.
go, hard.
Ah, shoot.
Just a little light on that one again.
Light and will be open. There's an
make that
opportunity
yellow
here for
double.
a double.
Tricky. I think that was my first thought. Do you like firm, high?
I think I would tell Hunter to stick with his first thought. I like it.
It's interesting in mixed doubles, you actually moves so quickly that people are talking about shots as they're moving backwards to the hack.
Ooh, firm, right? Trying to roll the shooter over here. Less.
Clausen asking for less ice. He's throwing firm, just down from Peel.
Yep.
Taylor Anderson with the call for sweeping that's not available.
Good.
That's a great throw.
That was about where to hit it.
Not quite able to stick their shooter, but
Now, Brzezinski-Richardson with a decision to make.
I don't mind the. Do you like it? It's either that or we could
definitely
like
be a little
nose
risky
this.
for him.
I like the double. I think let's throw the double with like 8-5.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, it's just like just a hair on this side.
Okay.
Dean, do you like this shot here? Do you
You know,
like playing the double?
I think the choices were the freeze or the double. I don't mind the double. I think if you play this double, unless you really got unlucky and stuffed it on your own yellow, the most you're giving up is 2.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's an easy force if you make it. So, and you could certainly bring 3 into play with the draw. Jenna Brzezinski trying the out-turn double.
It's close. Yeah.
Ben thinks it's close, but he doesn't have any sweeping to call on.
Be good.
Oh,
wrong rock.
unlucky.
Oh, and he just happened to grab the wrong one to sweep, too.
Hey, good try.
As I feel like I may have had some role in
Yeah,
that.
I kind of thought you drew that one up, I'm not going to lie.
I didn't imagine they would move both reds and not have either one of them exit the rings. That's what was really unlucky. So now it's a open hit for 3 for Taylor Anderson. I thought it was the safer of the 2 calls,
Sorry.
Madison.
I did, too. I was right
like
with you on
that?
it.
So Taylor Anderson with an out-turn hit to score 3. Take some control of this game. She settles in the hack. Taylor plays lead on Corey Christensen's team. A little different mindset when you're throwing the last stone.
Yes.
She's up to sweep it.
Whoa.
Must be
Clean.
close, just clean.
Clean. Yes. Clean. Great.
There it is, dead nose. So that'll be 3 for the team of Anderson Clausen. They'll take a 4-1 lead into the
Took a lot of
4th
weight.
end.
I thought I was gonna curl. So
No, you were right. Oh, that side was slower.
Join other leading donors and become a part of the Granite Society of USA Curling. Generous gifts make major initiatives possible and develop the sport from grassroots to helping our national team athletes prepare for competition on the world stage. Find out more and join the Granite Society today. We're back here, the 4th end. Anderson Clausen versus Brzezinski-Richardson. Anderson Clausen with a big 3 in the 4th end. They're going up 4-1. Sort of snuck out there, didn't it, Madison? I didn't see a 3 developing until it did.
No, that 3 kind of came out of nowhere. Jenna just got a little unlucky on her last. I thought she threw it really close. Ben thought it was close, too, and just a little unfortunate to
Not a huge
jam on their own yellow.
She actually moved both reds, but neither one exited the rings.
okay, line's good. Straight. Always straight.
too bad.
Always straight.
Taylor Anderson with her first. Come down to the stone placed at the back of the forefoot. It's going to over curl, I believe.
Leave it. It's not bad there.
Over
turn?
curls.
Yeah, if we tap, it's okay.
Okay.
They just play the straight freeze on the inside.
Okay.
Front of the tee line, but now they're playing the straight freeze here.
Oh, that was a little light.
Okay. Go ahead.
And as Ben said, if they do tap this, that would be perfectly
Line
fine.
low.
It would
Hey,
almost
yep.
probably be better to get a little tap on
Line.
there.
Hard line.
Looks
Gotta
like
go
Richardson's
hard.
going to have to go hard for Wade here. He's working it hard. Can he get it by and far enough? That's going to wreck on the guard.
Love giving him the in off.
What do you love?
Chesky not
Can we
thrilled
tap
with
the
that
red
result.
frozen and flop under the yellow? Yeah. Just like back 4 weight
Okay.
with the in.
With the
Okay.
intern, this looks like a little bit more of a challenging path to get in there and to tap that.
He's going to cross the
Are you
face
gonna go
with it.
through here?
Yeah.
Curl.
Not if we're tapping. Yeah, back 4.
We can throw back 4 weight, cross the face of his own red, and chisel it towards the button. At least I think that's what's going on here, Madison.
I think, yeah, you drew that one up too. I think
Okay.
you are correct.
Not so sure Taylor knew at one point, but I think they're on the same page now.
Tap it
Rock's
all.
on its way, crossing the hog line.
Looks a little heavier than back 4 weight here.
Yeah, and it looks like he's going to catch that other
Sorry.
guard.
Well, this isn't the worst setup here for
Sorry, it was
Jenna
like
and Ben. They do have a
almost
couple guards to work with that are off the center line, and hopefully
I
they
like
can get
10-5.
a few rocks
What do
buried
you like
under
for
them.
ice?
Yeah, that was not
That's
the
a little
way
less.
to miss that.
Should be good.
I think Ben's playing a straight hit here. Hit and roll under. Hit and roll under the corner guard. Lie to, maybe set up a traditional curling style deuce.
They can get a good roll. It might be hard for Hunter and Taylor to figure out a way in there.
Yeah, the nice thing for Brzeski Richardson, they basically have 2 corner guards up now. One a little closer to the center than the other. But
Wade's good.
Close. Just
more of a
clean.
last rock setup.
Whoa. Curl. Curl. Hard curl.
Richardson trying to make this curl.
I thought we were rolling that way. I thought we were
Not
rolling
quite
that way.
the way they wanted
I
to,
thought
wanted to
Wanted to
roll. Either way would have been fine, but the nose is
I think
definitely
he
a
out.
tough result for them.
Firm.
A bit of
Just give me
miscommunication there, I
nose.
think, on the roll between the 2 players. Now Clausen will take on this double.
I think just give me like almost nose though.
right.
With my out turn here. Do you like this tag?
So Clausen throwing the out turn. Saying with my out turn probably means he throws his out turn a little positive. Bit of a pop.
I don't know, Dean. I've heard you throw a pretty good rock.
Sit.
I throw a positive out turn as well. Sometimes it's just flat out wide, but I like to call it positive.
I was thinking more over here.
You like over here?
Yeah. I think
We'll
so.
I'm not
roll to the wing on that
like
one
this
and
one.
give
That's fine.
Jenna and Ben
What do you think
another
about, like,
opportunity
middle
here
of
to
8?
get under one of their guards.
Yeah,
That should be
Brzeski
close.
Richardson set up well here. They could
He threw down that path and his hung. Remember, he
half
kinda
bury
checked the
this
center
one.
guard.
Yeah, it's a little further over
I
this
suspect
time.
it's going to hang until it gets to
We've got a
the
lot of
center.
room in the scoring area. It's not like the typical mixed doubles setup where we end up with all rocks clustered around and
Down
hard
here,
to imagine how
Bailey's.
you score more than
Okay,
one.
I'm fine.
Top 8.
You've got the whole house to work with. Top 8, I think you'd like to half tuck it.
Okay. Might be a slow down here.
Yeah.
Should be okay though.
Talking about the path, it will be right here, a little different. A little fresher.
I think this path is pretty similar to what Hunter Clausen threw on one of his earlier ones when he just rubbed the guards. So hopefully Ben was able to get a
Curl.
little bit of a read on that one.
They're asking this one to curl as well,
Mine's good.
just like Hunter Clausen
Straight,
needed it
straight,
to.
straight. I got it.
Now it's curling. Now Ben steps in.
Weight looks really good.
It looks very good.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Pretty good spot for it. He's right.
Fully buried. And Clausen will take on this hit and try to roll to
Whatever
a
you
fairly
want.
specific
Whatever
spot.
You see.
He does have a little bit of room to roll here, so definitely better to err towards the roll than anything.
Yeah, good board, huh?
With this board, he doesn't have a lot of room on the guard he's going to pass. Gotta get pretty close to it because it will be curling. On it early.
Wonder if we're going to see plan B here.
On it the whole way. Is he going to roll behind his own guard here?
Great plan.
Overrolls just a bit, but still an okay result.
Open though for Richardson to lie 2.
I think I like this. Yeah, just like board weight.
Yeah.
Probably here.
Broom or sweet?
I think a broom's good.
Broom?
Yeah, broom. Probably need more than that. Yeah.
I think Madison, if Ben makes this and lies 2, we might see Clausen and Taylor Anderson elect to simply give them the 2. Play a hit.
Just a touch more.
Yeah, I
That's
agree.
good.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, they may be, they could bring a 3 into play if they don't. Ben Richardson, out turn, takeout. Hoping to lie 2.
Weight's good.
Whoa!
Just board.
Whoa!
Float light.
Thinks the
Light.
weight's down. Does look quiet. They're working it hard.
Hard, hard, hard. Right to it. Hard.
Might end up rolling under here.
They roll under the guard, we might be seeing a draw.
Fine.
Rolling to there isn't bad. It does force a bit of a decision now.
I mean, freeze
Definitely
is
like maybe
really
just a
good.
lightweight tap
I
here,
don't
tap
love
it out of the
freeze.
rings. Try to stick under that guard
It's
still.
not bad if you're here. I don't mind hitting. We're up. We hit, we can just stick here, and it's a really tough deuce for her. Yeah. It's kind of like that same board weight I threw.
Yeah.
Do you like this?
Yeah.
Where do you want the broom, Ty?
So much as you described, Madison, they're going to play a board weight hit here. They could roll to a spot that's tough to get at it. And their calculus here was that giving up 2 isn't the end of the world, coming off an end when they just picked up 3.
It's definitely not. You don't want to get too cute with this one. I mean,
I
as
like
much
a
as it would
little
be nice to
Little
get under one of the guards, giving 2 is not the end of the world.
Yeah, wrecking on the guard would be fairly disastrous. Taylor Anderson, her last shot of the 4th end. Her team up 4-1.
Yes!
Early call for sweeping.
Whoa! Yes! Board!
On off here,
Board!
just on now.
Yes!
Curling hard here.
Oh,
She does wreck.
Sorry, Hunter.
Just didn't get out to the broom, I don't think, with it. So Jenna Bercheski will have
Same
a
as
free draw
first
here.
one.
Just needs to
right over here.
touch the 8-foot for sure, gets it.
I'm thinking a 4.
and that's the fun part about mixed doubles.
Yeah.
Big middle.
Fun or
It's good.
annoying when you're playing it sometimes.
That's true. I
so-
was not a fan of the game when I first started, that's for sure.
I think you're in the same camp as a lot of people. I'll be honest, when it first emerged, I was not a huge fan, but I've come to appreciate it as a different
like it.
style.
It grows on you.
I think you have to get out of your head of comparing it to traditional curling and just enjoy it for what it is. It's a different format.
Fast-paced and lots of rocks in play.
This rock has a bit of pace. They might need some help with that one at the back.
Looks like it is on their back yellow.
Shot.
On the yellow. There you go.
Should be safe.
3.
So that is 3 for Bercheski Richardson. So a 3 from Anderson Clausen is answered with a 3 in the 4th
yellow.
by Bercheski Richardson. And we'll head to the break much as we started. Tied 4-4.
Good.
Hi, I'm Kathy Overton Clapham. My name's Claire. Delaney Strauss.
This is Christine McMakin,
Katie Murphy.
Becca Rogers,
Ann Podell. Nicole Bookup. Hi, I'm Taylor Anderson.
If I could go back and say anything to 10-year-old me, I think that it would be
chase your dreams, go after your dreams, and just be yourself.
Care less about what other people think.
Be yourself, trust yourself, work hard, and don't ever let anybody tell you no.
Don't listen, just keep pushing, be you, and do everything you want to do.
you have to go above and beyond if you want to succeed.
Go after it and never give up.
To not listen to what anyone says and to do whatever you want.
Believe in yourself and have fun.
Happy International Women's Day.
The stones are just as heavy, the sheet of ice just as long, and there are no sweepers to save a shot. Is it hard? Yeah, it's really hard. And it's hard to be really good. This team is. I'll tell you what, at Madison, I'm glad I'm here in Madison. Just like the commercial says.
Pretty nice town, let me tell you.
You're from this area, correct?
I am. I'm from near Portage, Wisconsin, so we're
Right.
about 30, 40 minutes away from here.
All right, so we're back here with the fifth end. It's been an interesting game so far. I always say that interesting games in curling have some misses and some great shots. We'll take a quick look at the scores from the other sheets. Sheet D, Sinclair Ruinen, they're up 2-1 on Becca Wood and Chris Bond. Up 3-1 actually after 4 ends. We can update that. Geving Violet, that's 3-1 in favor of Eileen Geving and Luke Violet over O'Hara Thurston. The Hamiltons, updating that one, it's now 6-4. They're up Becca and Matt Hamilton, 2018 Olympians. The siblings are up on Roger Strauss, 6-4. Our feature game, 4-4. And Anderson Dropkin carry a 4-1 lead.
Atta girl. Nice
Looks
shot.
like they're just updating that now. Yes, 4-1, I believe. I'll come back to that and let you know for sure. Dropkin Anderson.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like that game actually got a little bit closer over there.
Yes, it's now 4-3, Dropkin Anderson. That's Taylor Anderson's sister on the adjacent sheet.
Waits there.
Her twin sister Sarah playing with Corey Dropkin.
Little bump.
Both Taylor and Sarah will be representing at Prince George this year, right?
They are. They're part of Corey Christensen's team. They won the nationals that we had last year in Wausau, Wisconsin in May. And, of course, unfortunately, because of the Omicron variant, we could not hold the nationals that were scheduled for Cedar Rapids in January. So they are our most recent national champions. I think both teams are deserving of the right to represent the United States at a world championship. We look forward to seeing that.
Absolutely. A very talented team there, and be fun to cheer them on. I think they'll see some new teams at Worlds this year.
Yeah, usually the Worlds and Olympic year offers
a
a little different field. Ben Richardson, his first here in this fifth end. Nice bounce back for them in the fourth end after that sort of sneaky three they gave up. They got their own sneaky three right back.
Might want to go.
Go ahead then, line's good.
Top 12.
Go then.
Bercheski thinks it's top 12.
I got it.
We hear this a lot. Ben comes up.
He's very good at sneaking in there.
Just gonna leave it.
That will come up short. They're going to leave it as a
Sorry
guard
about
on
that.
their own stone.
Yeah.
Does stagger a little bit. They probably wish that would have stayed open. Rock that they can use to run in the future, but they do have one behind it, buried.
Clausen now, though, with an opportunity to draw in to that pocket.
Maybe a little heavy on this side. Coming down.
Weight's starting to come off
Back
now.
4.
Saying back 4. It still looks just a little heavy here.
It's trying.
Back 4. Curl.
Will it curl up enough? I think it will.
That works.
It's good.
Yeah, that does work. Absolutely.
Could just go here. We're a little light, that's okay.
I mean, to be honest, I think I almost prefer to be light.
Yeah. And then they have to play on it?
Why not, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Just,
you put this in your load. So.
I suppose.
It's a little
Okay,
scary
discard.
not having a hammer and seeing only one of your rocks in the rings and 3 of theirs. So they are electing to just
scary,
draw
but I
another
don't
one
mind it.
in there
fine with it.
to make sure they have another rock in play.
Yes, you don't want the lonely stone of your own in there.
I'm thinking like edge.
Yeah.
A lot of newer
little straighter,
curlers will
but-
often rush to guard, and
side's gonna be a
sometimes
little bit
against
straight,
at this level, when
Just
you
a
guard,
halfway
you end
tight
up
guard. It's good.
creating problems for you after the opponent makes a shot on their next one.
Small
The
ad.
best he can do here will be
Okay.
4th shot.
Line's good.
But that's
Halfway
fine.
high.
I think he's hoping to follow Hunter Clausen
Don't
in
need
here.
to curl it.
Okay.
So a very similar
Halfway.
rock.
I think we just leave it.
All right.
Whoa, let it sit.
Okay.
Whoa, it's gotta sit.
All right.
It's gotta sit. Should be okay, but still has to sit.
Well, now it's just turned into the straight guard.
Okay.
Ooh, and it's still curling, even
sorry.
at the end
Is
there.
that like okay? They have this one. Sorry? We can't move the one very much. It's over, our rock's over buried.
Yeah.
We could just rip this.
Let's do that.
Kind of was my
Like,
first
rip
thought
this
was to
double
rip
here,
those
and
guards
that
and open
5
it up
might
just a
come
little
back,
bit.
but
You
I
have
don't
an okay
think it can
setup
be
in
too
there.
bad.
I was thinking we could rip it.
Get rid of that yellow as soon as you can.
Yeah, it's hard to get everything off of this side of the center that way.
Okay, go this way.
Whatever, we'll see. If it floats, we'll do it that way.
You might be able to get all of these moving, really clear the front out. And you're right, then you're dealing with a situation in the rings that's a good position for a team with last stone. Clausen trying to move some granite here.
Seeing the big weight. I haven't seen too many of these quite yet.
He's going to get action
We'll
on
play it your
everything.
way, Tay.
Opens up that yellow rock in the house, but does leave one guard.
Does leave the one guard. They had some discussion over how those
Playing
rocks
something like-
might go, and
Just sitting here.
Hunter Clausen confirmed
like
that
getting rid of
Taylor
that
was
one.
right.
Do you need to move this one at all? Do you like
You like just free.
I mean, I guess if you bump it, it's not bad, but
My thought was
for the free.
killing this one and sitting here. Yeah, with like board.
I guess I don't mind that.
What do you think about that? And then just sitting nose.
Yeah.
And then if we're kind of corner freezing, this is always going in that one.
Okay.
I think
Yeah,
I like it.
I like it.
Thinking like here.
Room or suite?
Broom.
All right, Dean, so what are they doing here?
Just a hair this side of nose.
I'll be honest, Madison, I was about to ask you because I was sort of listening, but also looking over on sheet A to see what was happening with the Hamiltons.
Yeah, that one looked pretty exciting over there, too. I think my attention...
A little more.
I think he's just tapping here, isn't he? No, he's trying, or he's not tapping, going to try to
Tap that yellow maybe to their back, that back
to
red.
the back, but he's judging from that broom. There's a bit of
That
weight
looks pretty
involved
tight,
here.
yeah.
So
I really like the call for the tap there, I think.
Weight's good.
But this might work out well for him as well.
looks like board.
Heart.
Board weight. Now he's got to hold it straight though.
I don't know what to do with it.
That is never very good.
Oh,
Just remove his own.
yeah, it was a tough throw. I would have liked to see them play just a little less weight at that. Make sure they're keeping all their rocks in play.
Well, we admitted that we didn't hear the call, but I didn't love the call.
Whatever it was.
I didn't like the idea of hitting their own stone
it's
with
so
that much
good,
weight.
but, like, is it
We'll listen in
we
this
really
time to
hurt
Hunter
ourselves
and
by
Taylor
getting
and
rid
pay
of it?
attention.
I think it's right here.
Yeah. I was thinking hack to board.
Back to board, they can hit and lie 4.
And this one's not sneaking up on Ben and Jenna as much as the last end when they scored 3, so hopefully they'll still be able to get out of it.
Yeah, this
Kinda
isn't
like the end.
a stealth end by any means, but
More ice though, right? Yeah.
Clausen's electing to throw the in-turn. He'll want to cross the face of this stone. In-turn on the way. He's up to sweep it. It's called on early.
Looks like it's really curling.
This does look like it's really curling. He's going to have to work
Taking
hard to
off.
hold that line. He is by.
Will it stick in there?
It's actually good enough, I think. Just about good enough.
Not quite sitting 4.
Yeah, he is slowly lying 3.
Come down here. I mean, this is kind of what Jordan was saying, right?
She mentions Coach Jordan there. Familiar name for me as well.
Behind the scoreboard, Coach Jordan Moulton. You are allowed to communicate with your coaches during an end.
I like the outcome of the draw better.
She's a lifesaver out there, let me tell you.
Yeah. I'm either one.
I like the draw.
So after some debate, they've elected to play the draw here. This is Bercheski's last. A lot on the line with this shot.
What do you like for ice?
Whatever you took on your first one.
It's not a gimme double by any means.
Same ice for that.
Okay.
Pretty much the same weight, I think.
I think they've elected to play the draw to the back one.
Oh, wow.
The double's tough because I don't know if the double is really there. So this is probably this is the shot they have. He's got to make a good one. Jennifer Chesky, big shot here, 5th end. Clausen Anderson lying 3 right now. Richardson on it early. Can he get it far enough? He's sweeping it for weight.
Ben, make it good.
They like the line, I think, if he can get it there. Can he get it there? He's working hard on it.
Really got to go on this one.
Looks like she's going to come up just short.
Ah.
And that will leave a draw for 4 for Taylor Anderson. So maybe a mistake on one call.
I think you're almost edge.
Others might disagree, but
Yeah, I think you can throw. I think it's an inch good spots.
didn't love the shot where they played on their own rock with a fair amount of weight and ended up removing their own stone. Taylor Anderson, draw for 4. They've had 3 in this game already. In-turn draw. Just needs to think to put it on the tee line. Clausen hasn't touched it yet.
Looks heavy. Going down, straight, always straight. Always straight.
Weight's there.
There.
Clausen thinks the weight is all there. If it catches the curl at the end, it should be good.
Looks like a great throw right there.
Well done. That's 4. 4 red. So 4 for Anderson Clausen. They'll go ahead 8-4 in a fairly seesaw battle so far. 8-4. Clausen Anderson over Bercheski Richardson. We'll be right back with the 6th end.
Exactly.
at sunrise reflects off the shoreline, that friendly hello from a new friend in a downtown shop, and the crisp taste of a pint of beer that's been crafted to perfection. It's the middle things that count. Middleton, Wisconsin. It's the middle things.
I'm enthused to go to Middleton as well now, but we're here already, Madison. So, actually, they've been great hosts here in Middleton, Wisconsin. We're headed here to the 6th end, and Bercheski Richardson are going to use their power play. That's when you have last stone. You can have the guard off the center line as a corner guard with your own stone behind it, half in the 8-foot, half in the 12-foot on the tee line. It's a different setup. It's meant to generate open up the scoring area for the team with last rock, although teams often use it for defense, and we haven't seen it used particularly effectively so far in this event for offense. We'll see how this goes.
Could be very challenging use for offense here, but we do have the tick shot right off the back, and it just slips by.
She's going to remove that stone, so if it goes out, it will be replaced. Any stone. There's no free guard zone. It's just any stone, so that'll be replaced. Taylor Anderson was trying to tick
so straight out there,
the corner guard over. So
Looked
now,
really close, maybe a little too much weight on it.
Yeah, now certainly an opportunity for Bercheski Richardson.
Thinking like middle 4-foot, at least.
They'll try to loop another stone around that corner guard.
Okay. My thought's a little light.
Okay, I'll add it again.
Richardson
Line's
thinks
good.
it's a little
It's
light
close.
out of hand. Now he thinks it's close.
Top 12, top 8.
And it looks like they're drawing under their guard again, correct?
Yeah, they're drawing under the corner
Make it
guard.
good. Hard,
It
hard,
actually
hard.
belongs to Anderson Clausen, but they like the weight. Top 8, top 12 would be perfect. Can he get it there, though? It's really grinding up.
Gotta bite the rings.
That's okay.
Whew.
It is on.
Good sweep, Ben.
I would have loved to have
The 15-4, that makes sense.
left it a little more on the other side, but
You think you hit
not
the rim
curled
there?
as much.
Okay.
Okay, I'll do that.
Tricky, isn't it, Madison? You play so many shots in mixed
how about I
doubles
throw my
curling
straight
outside in, and then you have to
Okay,
go
then
down the
maybe-
center
maybe
path
center
with
line.
something.
So it doesn't
It is tricky. You just never know what the ice is going to quite do. Definitely how quick it's going to speed up after each rock goes through on it,
throw
too.
for a back 4, maybe, huh? Or do you think? Does that sound good?
I'm interested to see what we're seeing Hunter throw here. I thought maybe we'd see the tick just one more time once they are up so big, but
I think he's playing the straight freeze here to the back one. They talked about 15-4 for hog-to-hog times.
Off.
This looks more like in the ballpark of 14-5. They haven't laid a brush
just
to
bring
it.
it through the rings, Tay.
Yeah.
Now the opportunity continues here for Bercheski Richardson. Line 2, both behind a corner guard.
It's either that or we split the house.
I think I like the same thing first.
Okay.
my first thought was to split the
They'll-
house
they'll
here.
try to
just
do it first,
not
so
to
might as
try
well beat 'em
clump
to
the
it.
rocks
Yeah.
too much, give too big of a target to be able to hit them out, but
You could take edge over right here.
I agree.
I see the excitement of going under the
Like I
guard
said,
one more
last, like,
time
4
here.
feet expected.
I can understand it down 4 as well. They're down
Just,
4
straight
with 3
freeze.
ends to play, so I almost think if you make this well, you'll force Hunter Clausen to consider another draw or play an all or nothing run back.
I want to go.
Okay, go ahead.
I think if I'm Hunter, I'm definitely eyeing up that run back right now.
Line's great. Where is it?
Top 12.
Okay, I got it.
Top 12, Ben Richardson will jump in.
Hard bend, all the way.
I like the way they rotate, actually. I think it's fairly
Range bend.
effective.
Get paint. Hard,
Have
hard,
Jenna
hard.
call line in the back. Yes, I agree.
It's going to be short, though.
Sorry.
Now I think we'll be seeing that draw, like you said, with that coming up a little short.
And now, with a good draw around that guard that just went up there, Hunter Clausen can make it difficult
Let's make it nice.
for Bercheski and Richardson. We're going to see Taylor Anderson sweep this one. She's at the... Oh, he's playing the run. Got it.
I was wondering if he was going to eye that up or not.
Playing the run, I thought, since they were only lying 2, he might not.
The nice result in this is even if you do peel it,
Good, Hunter. Thank you.
you'd have an open double, but with that contact, they're only lying 1 in the rings now.
Lying 1, but still a cluster of guards up there. They didn't get both of those, stuffed it. Interesting that Taylor Anderson and Hunter Clausen, she actually brushes the up weight hits, which is sort of the opposite
Just,
of what we see with most players, isn't it?
more weight?
It is, yeah. I do notice that Jamie and Richie have been doing that a lot too as well.
Might
She's
take,
been sweeping
a
more of
little
the
more ice,
peels.
too. Yep. I'm thinking between an edge of 4 foot.
I guess the logic there is that it's tough to jump up and sweep your own peel. Much easier to jump up and sweep your own draw.
I think a lot of them don't need a broom on those all the time either.
No. I think that's why a lot of people choose to have a broom in the rings as a target.
Go ahead for line.
Matt Hamilton once told me he's an artist.
Gotta go for weight.
I believe that.
Artist, not a technician.
Hard, Ben. Hard, hard, hard. Hard for line. Hard, hard, hard.
Here we go. Can Ben wrap this around? He's close to rubbing again. So 2 in a row. Richardson leaving short. He'll be frustrated with that result.
They're playing the run and sit 3 under, and then we play the draw. So like the 3's in play if they make it back. The other thing is just to make it go away with this guy.
I mean,
it's kind of sketchy.
We could draw here, Hunter.
We're looking at 2 different options
Fine with
here.
that.
They did look at the run and the draw.
I think at this point in the
I think
end,
it's
the
like edge
draw
of 8,
is
right?
a fairly good call, safe call even.
I agree. Definitely if you can freeze the corner of it, take away them running one back, and not sure if it would be able to curl that much at the end, but you should
Edge of
sure
8 you
hold.
like?
All of a sudden, you have a chance to really shrink the scoring area, a chance
so
that
what's
didn't
the
exist
button?
earlier in the end.
Side edge of 12.
Yeah. I think
So
edge
have
of
you
8
ever
will
chased
will
down
cross.
your own peel,
We don't need to be
Madison?
frozen to that yellow.
Absolutely not, no. Don't think I've swept many of my rocks, to be honest.
I don't think I've seen Rich Ruinin on the adjacent sheet. I've never seen him chase down his own peel either.
You know, I think I have at one point. I
Oh,
don't think
really?
it went well, but
Clausen with the draw.
Line's good. All right, make it curl.
Lots of room at this point, but it will walk over. Both on it now. This looks like it's
It
you're
is
gonna have to work
going
hard to get
sideways
that there
there.
too.
they are by the top, but it
Are
will
by
come
the
up late.
guard. Short of shot rock, but shrinks the scoring
Same
area
thing.
slightly.
3rd time's the charm.
Been frustrated with his ability to
At least we
bury
tricked him.
one here.
Uh-huh.
He's left 2 short.
Sure.
Challenge for him as the draw gets progressively
Actually,
more
like, there,
difficult
it's
with each
fine.
one too. More rocks to deal with
Uh,
in the rings and in front of the rings.
I like middle of 8.
okay, I was thinking even
Maybe
more.
even a hair more, yeah. And but about 5 feet more on this.
Sounds good.
So Bercheski communicating she thinks the weight needs about 5 feet more than other spots.
That's definitely more.
All right.
Line's good. It's got to curl. It's got to curl a lot. Line's getting better. Still curl. Hard. I got it.
Definitely think it'll grind up.
Hard for the curl.
Now, can Ben Richardson walk this rock over? He doesn't want to be behind the tee line,
pretty
but that's a good shot.
That is a good spot for it.
As he said, he had 3rd time's the charm. He had a couple cracks at it. He made it there.
Definitely a tough spot there, though. You saw Hunter come up light there as well, so it must just be a couple feet slower, like Jenna was saying.
Yeah, not easy. We're going to see Taylor Anderson try to follow him down here.
Speed's good here. You just saw it.
Like similar to what I threw coming this way, rock, or no, less than that.
This is one of those shots that doesn't look very good from the hack, does it, Madison?
It does not. No, it looks a little scary, but even coming up a little light here, as long as you're second, it's okay.
Yeah, you do have to be second shot. You can't bounce off, so not a lot of margin for error. Taylor Anderson, her team's last shot of the 6th end.
Needs to curl. Curl.
Okay, we're tee right now.
But it's a little heavy out of hand first.
Needs to curl. Always curl. Can't bounce.
Haven't
curl,
seen
though.
people be light here or be heavy on this spot yet.
Looking really close.
Whoa, can't bounce.
That's a great throw.
Great shot from Taylor Anderson. That will force a draw for 2 for Jenna Bercheski. But a great result for Taylor Anderson, a clutch shot. You hate to get 4 and then give 3 right back. There was a chance in this end, I think, Madison, when they could have given
Like
up more
middle
than
of 12?
that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
They,
middle of 12 should be good.
These power
Probably
plays
up
can
to
be
go.
tough sometimes to defend, but nice to see that Ben and Jenna will still get their 2 out of this, hopefully.
Bercheski, draw for 2,
It's
in
close.
turn.
I think we're there.
Tricky
Wait a
spot
little.
so far,
Wait's there.
this path.
Gotta let it sit a little. It's close.
Looks like that one might need to sit up just a little bit.
It has a bit of pace. Ben's hoping it sits down. It might start to fudge in this slide path, but it's got some, needs to find a bit of gravel. Which I think it's
It just
not
keeps
going
going.
to.
1 yellow.
So 1 yellow, that'll make the score 8-5 in favor of Taylor Anderson and Hunter Clausen as we head to the 7th end. We'll see if Clausen and Anderson use the power play when we get back. I imagine they will. They haven't used it yet. We'll be right back.
Great, the show's starting.
Come on, just trust me. Oh, trust you, like with the dollar oysters.
I don't think those were oysters.
You survived, so...
Wait, we can't go that way.
Watch this. They'll think we're VIP. Wow, he does think we're VIP. And backstage. Trust me now?
I never doubted you. I did for a second, but it's gone now. I trust you.
The all-new Sienna. Toyota, let's go places.
7th end, and the power play is on for Anderson Clausen. This is how we see it used most effectively, don't we, Madison Bear, as a defensive measure?
We do. This is when it's really fun to use, I'll be honest. I know how to do it this way.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to dig into the strategy to see how to use it more effective offensively.
There's a big scratch as you were sliding.
I saw that.
I don't know if that was on the rock or your slider.
I don't know. It didn't feel like it was on the slider. So
Talking about a scratch under the rock as that was let go. So for Anderson Clausen, the agenda here is fairly simple. Score 1, probably win the game.
If this was closer to the center line, you'd probably see the tick thrown, but I'm not quite sure if that's what she's going to be going for or not here.
Yeah, it ended up as a guard off the center line. I think she is throwing the tick, though.
I've seen her make a lot of these against me, so I know she's pretty good at it.
Cross the face tick, I think.
Actually, I think she's going under.
She's going under, yeah.
There, heavy.
Whoa.
See, it was heavy. That's what fooled us.
Yeah, it was a little.
Great. That's a great spot.
Does leave a little bit of a pocket
I want to bury
there.
around yours.
Pocket, but it's open.
Edge of 8.
I
A little more.
would take middle of 12 personally.
Okay.
Ben Richardson
Halfway tight.
Make sure we're tight here.
trying to throw 2 guards.
Line's good.
Halfway.
Line's good. You can curl it.
Halfway.
You can curl it.
This
Yep,
is
go
the
ahead.
third shot of the end,
All right, I got
so
it.
third throwing rock, so Hunter Clausen can peel on this next one.
Correct, yes. The way I always look at it is when you can see 5 rocks, you can start to hit.
Okay, good sweep.
So it's 3
Playing
plus
the double
2.
peel or just the one?
Double peel.
It's good. I'm going to start to use
Okay,
that
maybe another
math.
one.
3 plus 2. I can remember that. I know it. I think he might just be playing the peel of this guard that just went up, not bothering with the double peel.
I think that's a smart call.
Yeah, easy to stuff that double peel, and
Yes. Yeah. Whoa.
trying to think if you can get this. Stuffs it on the side. Actually guards his own rock a little
Give you
bit
a little more
better,
weight.
but that may not be ideal.
Yeah, it might take away a little bit more of that draw path on that in-turn side for them now.
Probably a touch left. Go around it.
That's fine.
So Ben Richardson would like to get behind this guard. It's not such a straightforward peel.
Feels like a little more. Yep. Line's fine. Still got some room. Take a look. Can't be in the rings here. It's got to
We're
curl.
tight.
Only curl if you can. I think
We're
you can
tight.
go.
Tight to the rings.
Yep, go now. Go. Hard. Hard.
Like to
Hard. Hard right to
bury
it.
a
Hard.
little
Keep going.
piece
Keep
of
going.
it
Keep
at
going.
least.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Looks like they'll be
Good
successful.
sweep.
Yeah, it looks like a good rock to me.
Good shot.
Yeah, you like good board. Try to dig that one, and if we just take a high one.
What?
Good board. Chase.
Okay.
Yeah, they could play this as an either or.
Yeah. A little more. Yeah.
So they'll try to make a play on the rock that's closest to the rings, but if it curls up, they'll peel the guard.
Don't mind going after that top one either. It's kind of a horse apiece, whichever way you prefer.
Oh no.
And there's one of the problems, right, Madison?
If we're
when you
like a
have two
little
shots
deep,
in your
that's
head.
okay. Like back 4.
It is, yeah. You know, he had the opportunity to wreck on either, but just thought it was maybe getting a little cute. Get the top one. The second one is close to the rings. You can always
then it
run it
leaves
back
room for
and
you to throw
clean
another
it up
one in
then.
there.
He wrecked on neither when he could wreck on either.
Right, right.
Basically. That's where all the practicing comes in handy. I just like T-line weight.
Now Ben Richardson trying to bury one. In turn, come around.
Luckily, he's been able to play
Easy
the
early,
same
I
turn
kinda
here a
outed
few
it.
times.
Yeah,
so,
it feels like we're tee back
just a
4.
little bit
This
more
has really
weight
got
on
to
this one.
curl.
Back 4.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's got to curl a ton.
Heavy with a lot of room.
Yeah, go ahead.
Long way to curl. This is problematic. He might be
Hard.
on that red guard.
Hard, roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it.
Indeed he is.
Sorry.
But there are a bunch of guards up there.
You do end up with a centerline guard, but
Or we could just try to draw right here.
I like making sure you have your out turn, your draw to the button.
Okay.
On Hunters last year, I was kind of thinking the draw as well.
Okay.
Just a lot of guards up there.
Okay. Edge then, huh?
What?
yeah, one of the
Throwing that
problems
edge.
with the peel is that you can size up that double peel, but it's also easy to stuff it right onto that stone.
I agree. So it looks like they are electing to do this draw.
Tay, I think ideally we're top 12 in the hole.
What?
They have, if we just bury, they have the hit and roll to the button.
Well, I was thinking of,
So I think top 12 in the hole.
yeah, being open.
Yeah.
Like just.
But we want to be like full open to take away the in off and just leave it high so they can't roll off and be shot.
Yeah.
Top 12. I'm going to throw more than edge.
So that's where they'd like this to be, I think. My first time using the telestrator, everybody.
A little heavy.
So
Close line, yes line.
Oh, like it's
give me
heavy.
a break. I was a
Yes, line.
little
We can draw
slow
the
to
top
it.
more now, I think. Okay, line's good.
Doesn't have
Heavy.
to be. Well, this has some curling
Okay,
to
just
do
draw
as
top.
well. It's a little
It's
heavy.
heavy, Hunter.
Are we behind the tee?
Heavy right
Yeah.
now. Behind the tee is not the ideal spot for it.
Definitely need this one to put the brakes on.
Now it's a steal opportunity.
It is. I almost
Like back
wonder if
four weight.
halfway down they
That's-
should have been trying to get that back further. I just, it's a really tough spot for that one to end up in.
They're right in between. It's no gimme now. It's just it's just right on the tee line. But certainly, Jenna Bercheski can draw in there and move it just enough to be shot, I think.
Pretty much the same weight.
Now,
on
Dean, the winner
draw.
of this championship
I think so,
goes
yeah.
on to Worlds in Switzerland. Is
Yeah, I
that
think
correct?
in
That's
edge
correct. In April,
Should be close,
Worlds
maybe
in
a touch
Switzerland
more than
are-
that.
They coincide. They run
It's
at
like
the same
T-line
time
back
as
four
the
weight.
senior,
Yeah, same as that
World
other one.
Senior Championships.
Switzerland sounds like a pretty fun place to go, I think.
I curled in a World Championship in Switzerland.
Played in a Worlds.
Oh gosh.
I like the weight.
I don't know
It's
if I
like
would
T-line.
endorse Switzerland for curling
Line's
based on our
close.
week there, but
Weight's
nonetheless,
good.
nice spot.
Weight's good.
I'll be
Little
interested to
bit.
see how many teams they have this year. I know they've had quite a few in
Little
the
bit.
past, and they've started
Wait's
to narrow
good.
it down.
Line's good. Line's good.
Might
Well,
be
ta-
two countries
Whoa.
that aren't
Yep.
there.
Whoa!
This could be good. Popped. How open is it? That's the question. Tough to tell from our
Okay, where are you thinking?
It is just a little higher than the last one that was thrown too, but
I think Jenna wanted to be sure that she at least forced Taylor Anderson to make a shot here, which she's done. Wanted to make sure she was shot. Sometimes that's how you think on a shot like that. But it's available. Taylor Anderson's played well this game so far.
She has. We've seen her make a lot of big shots, a lot of big draws too.
I don't mind a hair more.
Ask for just a hair more here. Board weight. Pack weight is with a call.
Curl. Whoa. Straight.
Must be close. It was curl and straight, so I think she's close to making this.
Ah, and he just
oh my
rubs
gosh.
it.
One yellow.
Hey, I would have never predicted that that was going to wreck the way Hunter Clausen was reacting to the shot the whole way.
He apologized right away to Taylor on that one.
It wrecked by about half a rock.
Yeah, it was, must have been a big, big bounce there.
All right, though, we will head to the 8th and possibly final end with a score of 8-6 in favor of Anderson Clausen over Brzeski Richardson.
I don't think there's really one moment that starts a comeback. We have the ability to overcome anything as long as we're surrounded by the right people.
I need a good group of people to trust, to work on my body.
I'll be back and I'll be stronger than ever.
I go, who are you? He goes, I'm the guy that's going to save your life.
Comebacks imply returning to where you once were. I want to go where I've never been.
Yeah, for the
Just throw like.
Well, here we go.
5
This
to
thing's
6
been
feet
back
less
and
than
forth. A steal. Game could have been over there.
Sounds good. Make it
With a
good.
board weight hit. Taylor Anderson played awfully well, just wrecked on the guard on that one, though. Now it's 8-6, Anderson Clausen. They will have last rock playing this 8th end. Brzeski Richardson looking to steal 2 to force the extra, or somehow steal 3 and win the game. Neither is impossible in mixed doubles.
No, I would put the odds on something strange happening, that's for sure.
Richardson's working this one hard, though. Can he get it far enough? It looks like it's going to come up a little short.
Not that many feet.
Nope. That's okay, though.
We want to draw with the intern, and like I'm fine sticking it. I'm just looking at the double field.
Taylor Anderson needs to reset after missing a shot to probably win the game.
Weight's great.
Still in control, Clausen Anderson.
T.
And they had a good end going for them. Sadly, a couple too many guards in play, but it was well played end by then.
This one looks pretty good. By the guard.
Yep.
Just in front of the 4-foot.
Great toss.
In a good spot.
It is. They might have liked that one maybe just a foot or two deeper, but still a really good spot. We'll see Jen and Ben try to come around this.
In front of the ring, in front of the tee line, and you start to shrink the scoring area when you're up 2. You don't exactly. It's really tough to ever peel a game out in mixed doubles. That's for sure. So.
Still gonna try to give this to you.
We definitely tried a few times. Didn't normally work very well.
Ben Richardson trying the out-turn draw.
Go ahead early.
Might be a hair tight because he wants to go a little bit early.
Gotta go. Really gotta go.
With the way it's moving, it does look a little light.
Yep, keep going.
I don't think he loves it.
Whoa. Sorry about that.
Just getting a little caught on those draw paths there.
So not the start to the end that Brzeski Richardson needed.
Okay, I'm thinking the in. Maybe the out.
Did you expect him to draw here, or were you looking at a peel maybe?
It looks as though they considered it. He was certainly considering it, Hunter, I think, but they've decided to draw here.
Okay, where am I throwing this? Like,
What turn are you throwing?
I'm not sure anybody's really figured out in mixed doubles yet when you should peel. I think that strategy is still a work in progress.
Well, there's just so few rocks. You never know. It ends over before you know it.
Yeah, that fifth rock comes up in a hurry.
There's the
Not
light.
a huge release. Make sure it's there. Yes, line.
Hunter Clausen thinks
Yes,
light.
Yes! Yes! Hard!
Hard for line now. Can they get it by? They just rub on the yellow guard. Now they want to swing that out as far as they can, actually.
I think so.
Well, the opportunity's still there for Ben to throw probably a very similar shot to his
I
last.
still like the same side.
All right.
Yeah, they'll need to sink two in here at some point, but here's the first one.
He did say he liked this out-turn side again, even though it's just maybe a touch tighter, not much.
I'm thinking it's just more of a positive.
I don't just to hear more ice.
Okay,
This
I'll
side
take a little more.
swings.
Yeah.
Ben Richardson needs a good one here. Trying to grab, steal two, and force the extra.
Okay, line's good. Line's good.
We've got handshakes over on sheet
Where is
A.
it?
The Hamiltons
You can go ahead.
beating Rebecca Rogers and Sam Strauss.
Here, I got it.
Madison crowd appreciates that. Meanwhile, here comes Ben Richardson. Line looks pretty good.
Got a curl.
Now it's a little heavy.
I think if it sits, it's going to be in a good spot, though. Not too
It
bad at all.
does. Angles are good. Forces Hunter Clausen to make a good draw of his own now. Maybe now they want to reconsider not peeling. I think the big thing in mixed doubles is not to miss, Madison. I think
Isn't that strange that
that's what makes the biggest difference. It's harder to make shots in mixed doubles, though. You have to sort of accept mentally that you're not going to make as many shots, don't you?
You do, and you have to have a different mindset when you're in the hack, too, of how much weight you can throw, and when you start to get tired in these later ends, you tend to overthrow them a lot.
Clausen, out-turn draw. He jumps in to sweep it
Hard all the
now.
way.
Anderson drops back to call line.
Hard! Hard!
Must be tight to the guard.
Hard! All the way, go!
By the guard, can he drag it far enough? Gonna get hung up on his own.
Let's try to sit two.
Although they would have liked that right to it,
Might be like edge.
still an okay spot for them. Hopefully they can still use
12
that.
foot.
Yeah, and the path towards for two is still not particularly easy for Brzeski Richardson.
What do you think for speed out here? You like the same weight?
Yeah, that one slid to like the back board, kind of bumped it, right? I think
It did, yeah.
Ben Richardson needs to
a
make
similar
this
weight
shot
to that
here.
will settle in at the teal.
Yeah, this is kind of a do or die moment. They could be in a lot of trouble if this one's not made perfectly.
I mean, they've been in trouble since they gave up the 4, but trying to manufacture a deuce here in the last end, possibly last end.
And we do have some guards to
Pretty
do
nice
that.
add-on.
So,
All right, this feels good.
I thought you
feels
could have gone.
possible.
I think you can go.
Yep. Gotta go. Hard. Hard, Ben. Hard, hard, hard.
This looks like Ben has some work to do with the brush to get it there, and it's not going to be there. He's given up on it. Not happy about that.
Sorry.
Get the second one in from the
With just one yellow
Then
to
we play the intern. If we put it up here,
see what
they
Hunter
have it, we
thinks.
get 2 points. Like Jenna can't get in, can she?
I like, okay.
We have tons.
I do like that intern draw for Hunter and Taylor here. I think that would be a way to kind of secure
But I think like anywhere
yellow
here
not
is
being able to
okay.
get in there again.
I think we want to throw for here, and if we sweep it to make it, but we throw it top 8. I just don't see how they sit 2.
Okay.
I tend to agree with that. If it's top 8, I'm not exactly sure how Brzeski Richardson can possibly get in there to lie 2.
I agree. And I know this tap is tempting on the out-turn side. They could definitely tap that red rock that Hunter just threw, but
Well, if we're like
this might just be a little bit safer play.
for a guard,
Very easy to try to make that tap and leave them a shot to lie to.
because they need to touch the 4-foot if they draw.
Or like, I like full 8.
I like throwing the line to be
Yeah.
to the edge.
Okay, I think you need to.
What is that though?
I think you need to throw at least edge of 12.
I think you're throwing at the boards to do that. At the boards at the tee.
Sure.
So they talked about throwing this one at the edge of 12. Hunter's actually outside the edge of 12 in his eye. Talking about throwing it out to the board.
Where is it?
T-line.
It's definitely out there, but we are going to see it move here at the end pretty hard.
T-line now. Taylor Anderson saying top 8. It should be.
Whoa, whoa, no.
Should
don't
be in
finish
some
it.
good
Bounce
stuff
it.
here. Now,
Bounce.
they're going to curl too much. They'd love to bounce it. The bounce would probably make it very difficult.
I think you can still get there, right, Dean?
Yeah, I mean, I think if you were standing with a broom, you'd have to technically walk up from the tee line. Not allowed to stand outside of the field of play with the broom.
What do you think about, like, here?
I like that.
Yep.
I think keep a broom down the whole way. And
Yep.
So this is one you sort of
little slow
toss
for
it
sure.
out there and hope it catches the swoop and warps in there
Probably
to
like
lie
a
two.
14 is my
You
guess
could look
here.
at throwing a little different rotation on this
You got
one,
it.
but I don't think you need to. I think it will curl at the end pretty hard.
A little softer rotation would get the little softer release would get a little more action at the end, though.
This feels really heavy.
It felt heavy, yeah.
Yeah, can't touch it.
Okay.
But Ben thinks it's
Bottom
heavy.
It's really running.
It was a guess the whole time, trying to figure out for Jenna Brzeski just what it would be like out there.
Just not cutting it quite close
Not
enough
going
to that
get
guard.
there, so
Good
that
game,
will
guys.
finish
Good
this
game, good luck.
game.
Good game,
It
good
will
luck.
go down as 8-6 with an incomplete eighth end for Anderson Clausen against Brzeski Richardson.
I think we saw a really good game there, though. It was a battle the whole way.
Yeah, some key shots. We're going to try to switch over to some other action. We've got on the adjacent sheet, it's Rich Runen and Jamie Sinclair, who are runners-up in the U.S. Olympic team trials for mixed doubles curling in Eveleth, Minnesota, way back in November. They're up 6-3 on Becca Wood and Chris Bond. And the current situation, Bond and Wood do have last rock. Looks as though Bond and Wood may be lying one right now, with Arun and Sinclair's stone just behind it.
Does look difficult to get a couple more reds in there, so I'm not sure what they're going to quite do here.
Comes Rich Runen.
Let it curl, and then if I have to go, we can. Okay.
This is Rich's last stone, so his team's fourth in this eighth and possibly final
Are you
end.
sure?
Yeah.
He does look happy
think it's
just
okay.
guarding
No,
here.
no, just leave
Well,
it.
it looks like a hard
like, I don't
road
think I wanna
ahead
go.
for Bond and Wood
There
to
you
try
go.
to manufacture
Fine.
three here.
Wow, I got
It
that out
does.
too.
They've called for a timeout.
Put the broom down, and then I was like,
I'm not sure if they have a coach with them or not. It looks as though not. But
By
we'll
not
listen
hitting
in.
this
I don't know if they have
hour,
mics
we're
on or
screwed.
not, but let's hear.
Kind of like tap this.
I said that hard back, and it's still curl.
Either of these. I don't. Let's try.
Well, we didn't catch a lot of the conversation there, but we did see some gestures. So they are lying one right now, I think, Wood and Bond. That's the Yellowstone. But somehow they're going to have to.
I did hear him say something about trying to unlock those back yellows a bit, so I'm guessing he's going to try to throw a little bit heavy draw.
Yeah, I think they're going to have to throw it hard enough to. They're going to have to just scrape by the guard and hope that they can move the red enough to free up those other yellows, or at least give them room to try to score three here. They could lie two after this shot. Bond's taking his time. He still has 42 seconds on the timeout, so he's taking the time to consider it. He's asking Rich and Jamie to move so he could see the clock. Lefty Chris Bond, rock on the way. I need to just scrape by the guard. Can he scrape by the guard with that weight? Oh, he just rubs it. Needed to throw that kind of weight and needed to get that close to the guard. Now I think we're going to see handshakes as Bond and Wood see no way to score 3 in this end. And that will wrap that one up with Sinclair Roonan defeating Chris Bond and Becca Wood. All right, well, that will finish our coverage for this evening. We'll have games tomorrow at 9 a.m., 12:30 p.m., 4 p.m., and 7:30 p.m. All day tomorrow. So we've got the second day of this triple knockout format. On behalf of USA Curling and our partners at 1210 Sports Network, thank you so much for joining us this evening. Please come back tomorrow for more mixed doubles action.